Thank you very much, Jane Page. General Norman Schwarzkopf once said, "The truth of the matter is that you always know the right thing to do. The hard part is doing it right." And that's where we're at, folks. We ask you to join us. Any more speakers that want to come before the podium? Before we invite our chairman back up to close this session, and as first vice chairman, I would like to thank you for coming out. It's a hot day, and I'd love to see the day come when we'll all get down together here in Aiken and be 5,000 or 6,000 people coming out to let their voices be heard and let the politicians know what we expect of them when they're dealing with our tax money and how they run our state, county, and city. Thank you so much, and I now introduce our chairman, Mr. Dr. Mike Wazowski.
Jerry introduced me as the chairman, but I changed shirts because what I'm going to say now, I'm saying as Mike Wazowski, private citizen. This is my 3 minutes. And afterwards I'll mention something that Claudia Donovan wanted to mention. But what's coming out of my mouth right now is from me, private citizen, not chairman of the Tea Party. We are headed into a presidential election, and it's important. But just picking anybody to beat Obama is not what we should be doing. We need to be picking the smartest person we can find. Smart. You just heard from one of the smartest people I've ever met. And Jane Page, you rail your butt off because you speak from knowledge. And nothing can trump that. You've done your homework. You know what a mill is. You know all this stuff inside and out. So don't let anybody shut you up for 1 minute. Scream it. You speak from knowledge, and that's what's important. On May 15, 2007, I did not know what congressional district I lived in. That's how clueless I was. And on May 15, 2007, I watched the presidential debates in Columbia. And by accident, I learned about Ron Paul. I didn't know who he was. The first time I heard him speak up there, I thought he was somebody else. I thought he was Chalmers Johnson, a writer. But it was Ron Paul. And that's the first time I heard a politician speak to me and make me believe what he's saying. And I didn't believe it at the beginning. I looked into it, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal what it does to a person when a politician speaks to you and it comes into you and it's believable. Because that person is speaking from the heart. It's not a calculating load of crap to get us to vote for him. Lies. Now, if you want to talk about a bunch of calculating crap lies, just look at what Obama has told us. And I'm not talking for Obama in any sense. But that man has promised the people who voted for him unbelievable amounts of things, absolutely none of which has come to pass, and which now he is 180% degree working against. Absolutely. I'm part of a group in Columbia who's fighting the healthcare exchange thing. That's all because Obama changed what he said. He campaigned against mandates. He stood on the stage and he said, "I'm different from Hillary Clinton because I will never bring a mandate to the floor." And what are we doing? We're now in Columbia trying to figure out how to block this mandate, the mandate where we're forced to buy health insurance, because he brought it up and he campaigned against it. So no more lies, no more BS. We need the truth. And after we discovered who Ron Paul was, we looked into this. We looked into this carefully. And my wife and I have been married 32, 33 years, and we rarely agree on anything. Rarely. When I was putting this together last night, I said, I want to put something here. She said, no, it's got to go over here. It's got to go this way. And I listened, and it looks the way it does because I listened. I'm smart enough to listen. We both listened to this guy. And it touches a nerve when you listen to people and you believe they're telling the truth. And to us, he was telling the truth. 6 months into this thing, we were at the Bonefish Grill in Augusta. And I'm drinking one of those nice, cool, tall beers with the orange in it. And I pulled out the phone and I said, Cindy, listen to this thing. And it was Judge Andrew Napolitano, Judge Knapp, introducing Ron Paul at the Future Freedom Foundation conference. And in this introduction, it was so stirring what he said, I got choked up. I got choked up. I still cannot listen to that introduction without getting choked up. And she looked at me, she says, what's wrong? And I said, I can't listen to this without getting choked up. And we both grew into this thing, and now we are his biggest fans that we know of. And I'm going to ask that if there's anybody out here that's on the fence, not sure about it, if you want to know more about it, if you want to sit down and talk about it, get in touch with me. We'll meet on the back porch, we'll drink some beer, and I'll tell you what this is all about. This is the real deal. Now, one last comment. I put this shirt on, and not the Tea Party shirt, because our Tea Party is from us. It's our Tea Party. We don't belong to one single candidate. And I already sense that people are out there trying to co-opt us. Oh, we need to get together. We need to get together with this group and with that group. And Tony Cafaro, whom I respect greatly, has the same sense. And that is that our groups are not going to be co-opted by any candidate. We're not going to be known as the Ron Paul Tea Party or the Michelle Bachmann Tea Party or the Kane Tea Party. We are the Tea Party of the people. And I will keep it that way. I promise. I misspoke earlier. Our next meeting is Monday night at 7 o'clock and at 7:30 at the Aiken County Building. And Claude, what was it you wanted to mention? On the 16th or 19th? 19th. It's on the 19th. Check at her table to get the details of that. And then Jane Page has invited 1,000 people to her house that night, right? No? No. Anyway, see Jane Page about the thing. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Folks, for all the folks that brought their pets out, we were going to have a little contest, but we got carried away with the speeches. So any brought little dogs out and so forth, we're going to give you a free T-shirt. Since everybody, all the dogs and the pets look wonderful. So we give you a free Aiken County T-shirt. So please have my wife get your size over there and pick one up. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks, everybody.